Hi, boys and girls. I'm going to quickly walk through your ELA lesson for today. Thankfully, we got started yesterday in our Wonders Writing Notebook, where we started our planning for our realistic fiction writing. So today, your focus is to look over examples of writing. We're going to look at what a level 4 writing looks like and a level 1. And then you're going to start your rough draft. So quickly, these are your standards for today. We're going to write multiple cohesive paragraphs on a topic. Cohesive just means that they run smoothly together. They make sense. They're not choppy. In our other standard, we're going to use techniques such as dialogue. That's when characters are talking and you use quotations around when characters are talking. Descriptive events, and just make sure that all of your events and characters and settings are realistic because we are in the genre realistic fiction. All right, so this is an example of a level 4 writing. That's the highest grade you can get. And don't forget, your rubric is always accessible to you on your Wonders Writers workshop. And we'll look at that here in a second. So if you look at it already, it has wonderful dialogue. You can see that there are quotation marks where the characters are speaking. You also see that there's descriptive detail. It just looks very cohesive. If you want to pause this and read it, I would encourage you to do that. And this is the second half of the writing. And so let me hide that real quick. Again, there is dialogue. And if you read into it, you saw that those events and those characters could actually happen in real life. And that's what your teachers are really looking at. We are going to look at some grammar and see if you wrote it correctly and cohesively. But mainly, we are going to be grading it and seeing if you understand the genre of realistic fiction. So, why does this get a level 4? Why does this get A? It says that the organization and the progression, the events in the story could happen in real life. Like I said, that is what we are looking for. It has a clear beginning, middle, and an end. It doesn't start in the middle, goes back and forth and confusing. This really is cohesive and smooth. Development of ideas. The characters always act and speak like real people. You don't have superpowers and they're riding on a dragon through a different kind of fantastical world. Save that for your fantasy and science fiction stories. This is realistic. So this story had characters and they spoke and acted like real people and the setting is real. So that is why they got a 4 for that. And their use of language and conventions, the author has chosen words carefully to create a specific mood or feeling, and formal language is used effectively to make it really feel like the main character is a student. So it really sounded like a student in 2022. And it was, again, realistic and it was interesting. And they also used capital letters, they also used punctuation and quotation marks around dialogue. So that is why that got a 4. Here's an example of level 1. You can already tell that there is not a lot of dialogue. I see here there's quotations here, and that's about it. And I don't see a lot of descriptions. And it talks about a robot coming back from a different planet. And if you already know, you can tell that that's science fiction. And that really can't happen yet in real life. And so that is definitely confusing. And there's no cohesiveness. There's really only one paragraph. And it definitely looks different, than the level 4. So why was this a level 1, which again would be a D or an F for your grade? And although the events are in order, the events that they wrote about can't happen in real life. And the characters do not act or speak like real people in real situations. The setting is not realistic as well. And then there's not a lot of development in the character. Like, we don't know a lot about them. There's no detail. It's kind of hard to really understand and enjoy the story when you don't really know a lot about the character. And then lastly, the essay has a lot of issues grammatically. Quotation marks are missing, capital letters are missing, and punctuation. So that is why there is level 1 for this example.